Now, again, not everything that Pam Bondi said is wrong. I think some of the things she said were right. But as per usual arrangements, many of the things that were right were obscured by the things that were wrong. So there was a bit of good Bondi, bad Bondi going on yesterday. So Pam Bondi was asked about the idea that Trump was covering things up with regard to the Epstein case. And she said, President Trump has been the most transparent president in history, vomiting out all this information into public. That is true.
The American people need to know this. They are talking about Epstein today. This has been around since the Obama administration. This administration released over 3 million pages of documents, over 3 million. And Donald Trump signed that law to release all of those documents. He is the most transparent president in the nation's history.
Now, again, I don't know that he's the most transparent president in all of American history, although there's a case to be made that given the fact that his thoughts are constantly in the public view and he talks to the press all the time, that's the case. The manner that she says this stuff matters, however. Remember when I said calm and cool and collected, making people feel a sense of steadiness? That is not what is happening right there. So even the content that she's delivering that I think is largely true is being delivered in a non-useful fashion, in non-utilitarian fashion. Representative Jerry Nadler, who is, again, I've appeared in front of this committee. I mean, I know a lot of the people on this committee. Representative Jerry Nadler was going after her on Russia, and she went after him on the Russian collusion hoax. And again, what she's saying here is not wrong. It's just that the way she says it is so performative that it sort of undercuts the point she's making.
First, he brought up the president saying they indicted me twice. They sure did. They tried to impeach him twice. And you, Mr. Nadler, were one of the leads on the impeachment. I was on the other side. I lived that with you. During impeachment, you said the president conspired, sought foreign interference in the 2016 election. Robert Mueller found no evidence, none, of foreign interference in 2016. Have you apologized to President Trump? Have you apologized to President Trump, all of you who participated in those impeachment hearings against Donald Trump? You all should be apologizing.
Yeah, again, performative. I don't disagree with the stuff she's saying, but the performative nature of it does not make the American people feel as though there is a professional in charge of the Justice Department. So Eric Swalwell questioned her. Eric Swalwell, man, that dude. The representative from California who wants to run for governor over there. He asked her about political violence, and here was her response.
Congressman, I completely agree with you. I know about several of those personally involving you. I believe one has been charged publicly, and there's something I would be happy to talk to you about off camera, but I can assure you that they are very serious. They are being looked into, and I can give you more details on those. None of you should be threatened, ever. None of your children should be threatened. None of your families should be threatened. And I will work with, you can come into my office any day. I will work with all of you on both sides of the aisle if you are ever threatened. And I'll gladly talk to you after this hearing about your cases.
Okay, so again, this is actually like the high point of her testimony. Then we got to the stuff that was really the problem. So, as I said before, when it came to the revelation of what exactly the DOJ was doing on Epstein, I know for a fact from people who were in the DOJ at the time, there needed to be, the DOJ, the FBI, there needed to be a full-scale explanation with full Q&A with the revelation of particular documents to demonstrate why the DOJ was doing what it was doing. That's the thing that needed to happen. So, when you show up, you should at least be able to do that in sort of a calm, collected fashion. This is, again, why I think that William Barr, who was AG under President Trump the first time, Bill Barr, was a very good AG. I do not think the same of Pam Bondi. I do not think she's good at her job. We'll get to more on this in a moment. First, breaking free from debt means reclaiming your financial future and keeping more of what you earn in your own pocket. Every dollar you put toward eliminating debt is a dollar that will soon work for you instead of your creditors. I have a lot of friends who've gotten into debt. It is life-wrecking, like truly life-destroying. If you're dealing with credit card debt, personal loans, medical bills piling up, our sponsor, PDS Debt, can actually help. What I like about them, they don't just look at the numbers. They take the time to understand your actual situation and build a plan that works for you specifically. No minimum credit score needed, which is a big one for a lot of people. Their goal is simple: help you pay off debt faster so you can keep more of your hard-earned money for the things that actually matter, like your family. Obviously, if you're stuck in debt and most of your money is now going to the credit card companies, you're not going to have the money to do the things you want to do to make your life easier, to make it better for your kids. PDS has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, thousands of 5-star reviews on Google. They've helped hundreds of thousands of people get out of debt. Here's the thing. Every month you wait, you're paying more in interest and fees. I know life's busy. It's easy to put this stuff off. The sooner, the better. Don't wait another month. Take back control in 30 seconds. Get your free personalized assessment and the best option for you at pdsdebt.com/Shapiro. That's pdsdebt.com/Shapiro, pdsdebt.com/Shapiro. So here is Pam Bondi. This was the most awkward moment by far. So she was asked about Epstein, and she promptly started doing a cable news spot about how no one should ever mention Epstein again. They should only talk about the stock market, which, yeah, listen, I generally agree that the coverage of Epstein, given the evidence that we have, far exceeds the claims made about Epstein, far exceed the evidence that we have, and thus the coverage of Epstein far exceeds the actual evidentiary claims. With that said, I'm not sure the Attorney General's job is to go out there and be like, why are you even covering this? It's the Dow Jones is doing great. This was not great here. Not great at all, Bob.
The Dow right now is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about making Americans safe. We should be talking about, what does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
I mean, it's kind of a good question. I mean, she was being asked questions. I mean, what? That's not a crazy question. What does the Dow have to do with anything? I mean, it has something. I mean, like with Epstein, not a ton, actually, as it turns out. Again, not a good showing by the Attorney General. She went up against Thomas Massie. Listen, I think Thomas Massie has been grandstanding on this. I think that Thomas Massie believes and has propagated stories about the Epstein evidence that go well beyond what the facts show at this point. Still, I don't think she did a great job handling him. She suggested that Massie has Trump derangement syndrome, which, again, I don't think she's wrong. It's just this is not particularly useful.
Within 40 minutes, you asked me a question. Within 40 minutes, Wexner's name was added back.
Within 40 minutes of me catching you red-handed.
There was one redaction out of over 4,700, and we invited you in. This guy has Trump derangement syndrome. He needs to get, you're a failed politician. You need to get on this matter.
Mr. Chairman, please restore his time.
Okay, so again, like, I think that she's actually right on this, and I think that Massie is wrong on this. But there's a good way to do this, and there's a bad way to do this, and she was not doing this the good way. Jamie Raskin, I think, is one of the most scurrilous members of Congress, the congressman from Maryland. He went after Pam Bondi, but it turned into her just saying that she was a washed-up loser. Like, who are you winning over? Who's the audience for this? The audience is the base. I get it. The audience is President Trump. I get it. But if, again, the thing that the Trump administration is seeking right now is a feeling of quiet, steady success, which is the thing that you need in a second term if you wish to have a successor who wins a third, this is not the stuff that's going to get it done.
You can let her filibuster all day long, but not on our watch. Not on our time. No way. And I told you about that, Attorney General, before you started.
You don't tell me anything.
I did tell you because we saw what you did in the Senate.
Lawyer, not even a lawyer.
Yeah, I think this just goes to my general point here, folks. Open congressional hearings are the dumbest thing in the world. They're truly stupid. Nothing happens of any value other than political gamesmanship, opportunism, and all the rest. Well, there was one headline that emerged from all of this, aside from the Attorney General's behavior, and that was apparently there was a photo of a black binder that Bondi had at the hearing showing the words Jayapal Pramila search history with a list of documents whose numbers coincided with the number of Epstein files. So what it looks like right there, what Jayapal is accusing her of, is having a burn book that held a printed search history of exactly what emails she searched. I mean, obviously not a great look. I'm not sure exactly why the DOJ should be monitoring Congress people as they go through the Epstein files or the documents. That doesn't seem like a smart thing to do. The DOJ did not immediately respond to CNBC when asked if Bondi had a printout of the Congresswoman's search history, why she had it, or if the DOJ kept track of searches by other members of Congress. But again, there's another area where the alleged cover-up or the purported cover-up or the dumb behavior of members of the administration is significantly worse than the thing that they are supposedly covering up. They've revealed 3.5 million pages of documents into the public view. And they're still being accused of cover-ups because, again, of the poor botchery that is the PR rollout. And that goes to the professionalism of some of the people in charge of particular agencies. Stop in the name of love. Did you like this clip? Well, you can view more clips like it by subscribing to the new Ben Shapiro Clips channel down below.